Say hello in the chat box if you're here watching or if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. And today I'm here to talk about what does it mean to be embodied. So this is a wonderful topic to dive into because it's the real difference. It's the real thing that makes the change of whether you really start to see results and you start to switch out some old behavior patterns and replace them with new ones, or if you don't. Okay, the real difference, the real key here is if it becomes embodied. So, my name is Sarah. I am a women's sexuality coach, and I love guiding women into connecting deeply with their bodies. I have a Facebook group, Women's Libido Rising. If you're not already in there, then I would love to see you in there. Cool. So, when you start to embody something, it's part of the Oxford Dictionary, or part of the technical explanations of what does it mean to be embodied, is that it's taking an abstract idea and turning it into concrete. Okay, so what does that mean for us in our sexuality journey and your personal growth journey? Well, there's maybe, I would suggest, some patterns and some behaviors that you have taken on, that you have made concrete, that might not be serving you in your life. And there'll be some patterns and ideas and behaviors that you have taken on, that you have embodied, that are really, really helpful. So we get to sift and sort and decide the ones that we really want to keep embodying and keep living, and the ones that we don't. So some ideas of things that you might embody, right, that you maybe don't want, is maybe you have an immediate reaction to want to avoid or move away from something. Okay, so this might, if I was embodying that, this would look like a, like a shifting away from the screen. Okay, maybe I don't really want to fully be seen. Okay, because it's quite scary. So maybe that's a closing in. Okay, a dropping into a place of being smaller or a lack of worth. And then there are ideas that we take on that are really, really helpful for us. And many of all these ideas, these abstract ideas, have stemmed from, or we have inherited them from our upbringing, from our parents, from society, from conditioning, right? And then as adults, we get to decide whether that's something we want to take on or not. So things that you may enjoy about what you embody is that you may have experienced times where you felt really confident, right? And if you feel really confident and you are thinking that and it's coming all into your being, then your body starts to reflect that. So you may notice that your shoulders come back more, or your spine is a lot straighter. It may be that you want to embody being sexy, okay? And there's times where maybe you're wearing something really nice, and it may change, the way that you walk even, okay? Holding eye contact, for example, it changes the energy behind what you are experiencing. And why is all this important? Well, it's important because what we believe inside of ourselves, or the energy we have inside of ourselves, is a direct reflection of what we receive from the outside. Yeah, so if we walk into a room, or you maybe have had an experience where you've seen somebody walk into a room and they're just full of confidence, then heads start to turn. People are like, oh yeah, cool, I'm going to respect this person. This person's got something to say. Like, oh yeah, I can feel the energy of that person. And then you can also feel into whether when that's not true, right? When you're wanting to hide away, and how people respond to that. Maybe being more distant or not engaging with you as much. So this is where we get to choose what we want to embody and what we want to take on. So just like an actor or an actress would take on a role or take on a character, if there is an attribute or a quality that you want to bring into your being, you want to bring into your life, and therefore you need to embody, then it's about taking that concept or that idea and imagining it inside of yourself, right? And there's a couple of different ways you can do this. The first way is that if you have had a past experience or a memory of embodying that or holding that, then you get to welcome that into your being and welcome that into your body. And then just live it, just breathe it, just feel into it and be it, okay? Often it's just about deciding that this is what you get to inhabit, right? So if you woke up tomorrow, let's say, and you were looking in your wardrobe and maybe there was a dress that you wanted to wear. And let's say that this dress represented being sexy. So today you might, or tomorrow you might wake up and put that dress on, and that is your sexy dress, right? That is the dress that you get to wear, that you get to inhabit, and for the rest of the day, you really get to step into being sexy. Now, there may have been a dress right next door to it, right, that was kind of like a bit dull and boring, right? And you could have chosen that dress as well. So, what we're in the process of when we embody something is constantly choosing the dress, the outfit, the quality or the attribute that we want to practice having inside of our bodies. And the thing with embodiment is that it takes repetition, okay? Practice over and over again. Because if you have worn that other dress for a really, really, really long time, your default will be to go back to that, okay, or that way of being. And so it takes this repetition, it takes this practice to then start to bring it inside of your body. And I promise you, over time, if you keep telling yourself that you are sexy, if you keep doing practices that reinforce the fact that you're sexy, if you start to wear things or start to show up in a way that feels sexy, then over time that will then change your belief system and you will absolutely feel sexy. You will not just feel sexy, you will be sexy, right? So this is the process of embodiment. And I'm so passionate about this because, there's one thing to cognitively understand something or intellectually understand something, and that'll get us so far. Okay, we may understand why we have certain patterns or the way that we do things, because our mother did something like that, or part of our upbringing was something like that. And in my experience, that's not always enough to actually make change, right? If we really actually want change, like if we want to try on a new way of being, right? Showing up in a different way, practicing a different pattern, then it's about feeling it in the body. Yeah? Because you can understand it, but if you don't feel it, then nothing around you changes. Nothing on the external starts to change. Yeah? So that's why using the body, listening to your body is so important. And I actually just was working with a client this week, and just this realization that her body could talk to her. And it might sound crazy maybe for people who haven't experienced this, but literally, if you can just pause and listen to your body will talk to you. Your body will tell you what it needs. Your body will inhabit also the stories that you have inside of yourself. So understanding the stories that you hold will be important to then starting to shift that in the body, okay, and feel that change. And when I say feel, I mean like it means that you might feel more spacious across the heart, okay? It means that you might have a taller spine. It means that you might be smiling more and holding eye contact more. And don't ever underestimate the power that your body and your body language has in terms of what you receive in life, okay? Or how you show up for your partner, or how you show up for your workplace, or whatever it is. So when I think of embodiment, I think of this deep, deep connection with myself, with my body, and it's different to say working out and feeling the muscles of my body, which is really important and great. And yes, on some level, that is, I am feeling embodied, but it's actually deeper than that. It is about what you feel inside of yourself. Okay, so getting really, really intimate and connected with what you feel. Oh, I'm wondering if I'm. I might just leave it there for today because I'm worried that my internet connection is a little bit unstable. But I am super keen to share a practice with you really shortly. Keep your eyes in the Women's Libido Rising group, and we can practice what it's like to take on and embody these experiences. Sending so much love. Please come join us in this amazing Women's Libido Rising community. It's so beautiful. And just a reminder that I'm still doing one-on-one discovery calls. So that's free coaching calls for people who are interested in learning more about coaching for the next few days. So please jump on. Honestly, the journey that my clients get to go through is amazing, so amazing. Whether you're at the start of your sexuality journey or you're already halfway through or you're already feeling embodied, I'm telling you that the work that I see with my clients just takes people to the next level of wherever they are at. So if you're really serious about taking on results and embodying things and getting the external world starting to see things, results show up for you, right? By starting with what is going on inside of you, reprogramming anything that needs to be reprogrammed, and stepping into what it is that you truly want to embody and what you truly want to experience, then send me a DM, reach out, let's have a free call. It is just a beautiful journey if this is what is calling you and the time is right for you. Thank you, Courtney. It's so lovely to have you here live as well. Mwah. And yeah, sending lots of love to whoever's watching here and the replay. Let us know. And I will catch you again soon. Mwah.